We are nearly ready.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out now that the mid-season grind is well underway. A look at the Lakers. They're fourth in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season. And checking out Dallas, 4 games back.
And guys, for the Lakers, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
And now the Lakers starting group. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's McKinney in at the 3, the small forward. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Now here's Richardson after the Marc Gasol miss. And it's sent back by Morris. And it's Doncic missing. And so Gasol will bring it up for Los Angeles. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And although it seems like KCP will never be a huge factor on offense, he can still give you valuable points and also that spacing he can provide out on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and it's a valuable tool kit that he has because he can provide some playmaking and shot making and spacing of the floor. And he's also become Luka flying to the rim and putting it on top of the defender's head.
Doncic against Schroeder. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Morris. Gasol trying to free himself up. Morris, no good. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Porzingis, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And as we come down the home stretch, some teams in position for the playoffs. How do you prepare for those young players who haven't been there yet, are wide-eyed and learning as they go?
You know, I'm not sure there's any preparing for it. I mean, they're going to be expected to contribute. You've got to be prepared from the standpoint of knowing your assignments, and because there's so much more information today, that does help. But the reality is they've already given the coaching staff a reason to think they have what it takes to help them make a run.
Gasol with the steal. It's Caldwell-Pope with the drive. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Caldwell-Pope's got 6.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Here's Doncic. And good that time.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Schroeder passes to Gasol. Here's McKinney. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
The pass to Kleber. Back to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. No good on the 3. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. I mean, credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Powell, he's jacked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
The Lakers trail. with some arc. Matthews, no good.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Richardson outside. It's Hardaway with the drive. Powell. It's good on the putback.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Out to the right wing. Harrell kicks to Caruso. Back to Harrell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's denied.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shot.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Trey Burke comes in for Richardson. And the Lakers also making a switch. Kuzma's checked in. Brunson the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. Out left to the wing. Here's Burke. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Dallas leading by 4. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, we've got Matthews. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Harrell, and it's Kaycock in at the power forward position. Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. Back to Brunson. Here's Marjanovic. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Here's Caruso. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
No good. That would have tied it. The Mavericks leading. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Here's Marjanovic with the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You've got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
It's good on the putback.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, "We can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that 2-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop." Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. And he lays it straight in. Brunson's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Mavs.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Caruso. The three-pointer, no good.
not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Brunson, no good. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Schroeder against Doncic. Schroeder kicks to Gasol. Here's McKinney. And the Lakers with another miss.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Here's Finney-Smith. Antetokounmpo defending. Burke with it. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Marjanovic. 2 points. That one goes. Marjanovic has got his third basket of the night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Schroeder looking around. Here's McKinney. Misses the three. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Doncic outside. Pass to Kleber. Out to Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. And he banks in the layup. And now it's an 8-point Maverick lead.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot.
Exactly what Richardson can do on the drive. I mean, he can handle the ball. He's got a quick step, and he can finish when he gets to the rim.
Doncic against Schroeder. Good on the bucket. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Banked in off the glass. Schroeder's got 4 points in the quarter.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Richardson against Gasol. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Richardson. Porzingis has got 8.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Passes it to McKinney. Out to Morris. And again, it's the Lakers.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Mavericks leading by 4. Now Porzingis. He's got 8. Now here's Richardson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. They get Marc Gasol. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Harrell, Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
It's stolen by Schroeder. Fast break, the Lakers. Morris with the ball, and Morris throws it down.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Richardson finds Porzingis. Left side Hardaway. Now the pass to Richardson. 4 on the clock. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Richardson's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Shooter passes to Harrell. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
And stolen by Harrell. And it's the Lakers on the break. Morris with the ball. Back to Schroeder. In the corner, Harrell with it. Caldwell Pope outside. Offline with his 3. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Brunson the pass to Richardson. And here is Powell. Makes it off the glass. Powell's got 6.
And Powell doing a nice job using his length on these hard shots. I mean, excellent at powering through the contact.
And here's Schroeder. 6 points for him. 15 seconds left in the third. Pass to McKinney. Back to Schroeder. Now Harrell. Caldwell Pope outside. Drains the three-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
I think Caldwell Pope has done a nice job developing into a legit deep ball threat.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Mavericks. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Harrell. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Matthews. And it's Horton Tucker in at the shooting guard position. And that one's good, Caruso. The Mavericks leading. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Porzingis at the elbow. And the rejection by Harrell. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. And Los Angeles with some changes. Gasol comes in for Harrell, and Antetokounmpo subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Boy, KP wanting to dish it when his guys are open. I love that team first attitude on display.
We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Caruso gets to Gasol. And another three for the Lakers.
Man, you've really got to appreciate the versatility of Gasol. I mean, he's a big man with range. I love seeing him square up from deep.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Thursday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Up top, Kuzma. Pass to Caruso. 6 on the shot clock.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
That free throw missing. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
Doncic outside. And he could not get them. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Kuzma, that's good.
Boy, that's exactly the kind of strength Kuzma has to show, guys. I mean, take that contact, expect it, and still be able to convert. You've got to do that at this level.
With the shot, here's Richardson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Marc Gasol.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's Caruso, guarded by Doncic. Gasol. Mavericks with the rebound. Doncic has got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
What a big shot from Richardson there. Fearless.
Lakers trail by 3. Caruso, the pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Caruso. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Now that's incredible. A huge bucket in the most emphatic way possible. Now that is not supposed to happen.
Giving away a ton of height and still takes it straight at him for the slam. And at the most critical time of the ball game, too. Wow. Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
Here's Caruso. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. It's a 3-point game. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's Doncic. And the rejection by Harrell. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Mavericks leading by 3. Richardson right side. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. Money!
You know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
Schroeder against Doncic. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Alfonso McKinney's checked in for the Lakers. You can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Schroeder passes to McKinney. Caldwell Pope against Doncic to tie it up. Schroeder outside. Doncic with the steal. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
You know, guys, when I look at KP, I think he's got the talent to be a franchise player. As long as he stays healthy, I think he'll be a force in the league for a while.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 4. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. They didn't make David. Thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg.
trades took place.
I was getting ready for the #1 pick, but we got trade alerts already coming in. Rumors have been flying.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. And with
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Morris. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Marc Gasol. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 2-guard spot. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And here's Portland.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
It's Schroeder with the drive. That one goes in. Schroeder's got the game going here with the first basket for the Lakers. Lillard on top. He's guarded by Schroeder, and Lillard kicks to McCollum. Dishes to Nurkic. It's Covington on the wing. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn. 2 on the clock. On the wing. And off the front iron. And in it goes. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Here's Kuzma after the Trailblazers pick up 2. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Pelicans. Lillard against Schroeder. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And Nurkic testing his luck from the mid-range.
Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Schroeder surveying the floor. On the wing, Morris. And the 3 off target. The Trailblazers on offense. Cullen passes to Covington. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Back to Covington. Lillard with no one around. Drills the three-pointer. Midway through the season, are teams, Brent, still trying to find their identity and evolve? Or is it just a matter of building on what you've already got?
I think at this point, you already know what you got, Kevin. And so what you want to do, I want to be the best at what it is that I can do. And that's where I think coaching staffs are focused right now.
Now McCollum after the missed 3 from Dennis Schroeder. That bucket in no time at all.
Just a smooth, polished scorer. McCollum only scratching the surface of his immense potential.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Outside Anthony. From 12 feet out. He doesn't hit that one. And the Lakers going the other way now. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Here's Caruso. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. Inside, and Harrell slams it in.
Harrell in ideal position and then rises back up and then able to jam it down.
Outside, Jones. Anthony against Morris. Passes it to Cantor. Kicks to Jones. Portland moving the ball around. Anthony. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Powell with the steal. Fast break. Here we go. Anthony with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope.
And Melo's still bringing the passion to the floor no matter what's going on around. He's still going to be a gamer.
Portland shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The Lakers making a switch here. Matthews is checked in.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Caruso, no good. Portland leading by 6. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Pass to Horton Tucker. Now here's Matthews, down low, and Harrell slams it in.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Up in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And so is Portland with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched it.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
They've got Enes Kanter. Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. And here is Los Angeles now after the missed three by Carmelo.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Here's Simons, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Shot clock at 6. Portland again missing. The Lakers trail. A three from Morris. They get it back.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Trailblazers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And there's the pass to Powell. The putback. It's good on the putback. Jones has got his first basket of the night.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Now, here is Morris. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And in a league where perimeter shooting is highly valued, veteran Wesley Matthews finding his services still very much in demand.
It's been a really remarkable career for a guy that went undrafted back in 2009. Most of the time we think about that solid defense where he's going to have the toughest assignment at the wing or guard position, but that reliable three-point shot really coming into play here.
Lakers trail by 4. Here's Horton Tucker. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Here's Caruso. And Kanter pulls it down.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Matthews. With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams. In third, the Lakers.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Thursday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Friday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Lakers working the ball around now. Back to Harrell. Pass to Caruso. And here's Matthews. Harrell finds Matthews. Caruso from outside off the mark.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Simons surveying the D. Back to Powell. Takes the three. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Lillard against Kuzma.
Oh! Yes, sir. Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Passes it to Caldwell Pope. Kuzma kicks to Caldwell Pope to the inside. Right side out of the Kumbo. Schroeder outside to stop the drought. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, really a game that they should not have lost, but sometimes even when you play your best, it might not be good enough.
Here's Schroeder after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Kuzma passes to Antetokounmpo. Nobody near Schroeder, and the Lakers with another miss. Trailblazers leading by 8. Deep 2 from Anthony. Covington dishes to Nurkic. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They have a solid 8-point lead. That's all for now.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, guys, Montrezl Harrell has been exceptional here.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Markieff Morris. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Gasol at the center, filling out the middle. McCollum kicks to Powell. Goes up on the wing, and he comes up with the deuce. Powell's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Trailblazers. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, will say. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Covington finds McCollum. Good on the three-point shot. McCollum's got the lead up to 13 now for Portland.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Up top, Morris. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Back to Caldwell-Pope. Pass to Morris. Kuzma outside. From the arc. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. Covington passes to Powell. Three-pointer. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And here are the Trailblazers. Big stretch here going 10-2.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for He's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Morris against McCollum. The pass to Covington to the left wing. Lillard, the pass to Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Now, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jones checked in for the Trailblazers. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Horton Tucker. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And here's McCollum. He's got 5. Lillard outside. Five to shoot. He kicks to Nurkic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. This is his first free throw of the game.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
For the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. The Lakers also making some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Gasol. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Harrell drives in. He gets it in there. That's 10 points from Montrezl Harrell.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's McCollum. Drops in the layup for 2.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Caruso. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard. Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
When the shot's going up, it's fun to watch the way that Montrezl Harrell will attack a rebound, crucial to this offense and his production.
Cantor finds McCollum. Gets it off. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a 10-point lead. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Jones, and it's Cantor in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Here's Kuzma. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Kuzma's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Los Angeles. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Can't hit from the elbow. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Lakers. 8-point game. And Matthews kicks to Kuzma. Back to Matthews. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. It's tipped.
That's good footwork from the big man as Cantor aware defensively to get to that one.
The Trailblazers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Matthews with the steal. Right wing. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Caruso, covered by Lillard. Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
A good timing on the fast break. We don't talk about that enough. Melo coming into the play and then finishing it off.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Fouls checked in and stolen by Lillard. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And the rejection by Harrell. It's tipped. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Robert Covington's checked in for Anthony. There's the triple. The offensive rebound. And Gasol able to finish.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Inside. Covington dishes to Lillard. For three. Kuzma pulls it in. Lakers trail by 6. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Nurkic checked in for Kansas. Harrell, he's checked in for the Lakers. Alfonso McKinney comes in for Kyle Kuzma. McCollum with the ball. Lillard outside. All alone. And right on target. Good. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. Covington with the steal. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Kaycock's checked in. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Lillard the pass to Covington. It's McCollum on the wing. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And Portland has possession. At one point, they led by 16. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Nurkic kicks to McCollum. Pass to Lillard. Clock at 6. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Consistent and accurate from that particular spot on the floor. The offense kind of predicts those shots. Lillard's got a good eye for the mid-range.
Powell with the steal. One-on-one fast break from downtown, and Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum. And now it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead. Now Schroeder. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Kaycock. Shot clock at 6. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the Lakers with another turnover here.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Pass to Nurkic. Over Gasol. Nurkic can't hit. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 10. Kaycock, the pass to Schroeder. For 3, Caldwell Pope. He can't get that one to fall. Here's Giles to the left side wing. Portland again missing. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. So thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it. The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles set it. And with
good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Let's see the stat sheet here for Paul George.
And he's lost some of his feel for the three-point shot. It's been a tough month for him from long range compared to earlier in the season. And now he might be starting to press, which can lead to even more problems.
And now the Lakers starting group. They've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Morris. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at point guard. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. And there's Jackson. And it's George in at the shooting guard. Here's George after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. And George gets it to go. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Schroeder, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Well, Dennis Schroeder over the years, boy, as he started to harness all that energy and talent.
Schroeder hits them both. First quarter, just over a minute played. George looking around. And George with the stuff.
Well, that's phenomenal athleticism on the drive. Paul George just sprints past everyone with ease.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Lakers. 4-point game. And Caldwell-Pope gets the basket.
All heart from Caldwell-Pope there, using every ounce of strength to muscle that shot in.
Jackson down low. He's guarded by Schroeder.
And a long windup and strong follow through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Jackson against Schroeder. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into the... Oh, the power on that throwdown!
You know, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Now, here's Schroeder. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates. Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
And that one drops for him. George has got 10 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Schroeder. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Nobody near Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Horton Tucker, that's good.
How about the vision of Markieff Morris? Hits the open man, has a good feel for the game. Boy, this guy can do a lot of things.
Now here's Rondo. Leonard looking over the floor. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Leonard's got his 2nd basket of the night.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Horton Tucker, that's good.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Outside Rondo. And the rejection by Harrell. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rondo finds Morris. To the paint, just 4 to shoot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Boy, when Patrick Patterson doesn't shy away from contact, he is so effective. This guy's solid at the line.
Good on both. 32 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Horton Tucker. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Now Rondo. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Clippers team out there.
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And the Clippers looking at who they've got. Morris is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the shooting guard position. Pass to Patterson. A shot missing. And it's the Lakers the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Here's man, covered by Morris. Morris with the block.
And when Morris is protecting the rim with that kind of effort, what a lift for his group.
They get it back. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Harrell.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
The drive by Rondo comes up empty down low.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Harrell, the pass to Matthews. Here's Morris. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now here's Rondo. Passes to Mann. Kennard with the ball. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
It's stolen by Rondo. Here's Morris in the corner. Kennard with it. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Paul George, he's checked in for the Clippers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on it. Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Lakers. George way outside. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Lakers trail by 7. Caldwell Pope passes to Antetokounmpo, and they pick up 2. Antetokounmpo's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
The drive by Jackson, pass to Zubac, right at the free throw line. No good off the back of the rim.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
Zubac with it. Gasol covering, and that one is good from Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it's Schroeder missing. Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans. Kicks it out to Leonard. A 3-ball. Drains it from beyond the arc. And it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
This guy loves to help his team space the floor. You have to respect Kawhi's range. He will make you pay.
Fires it up. And he overshot that one, missing.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
It's good.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Schroeder against Jackson. Looking to end the run. Here's Gasol. That shot off. Some solid defense there from Jackson. To the middle. And George with the stuff.
Well, that's about timing and precision and knowing for Paul George how to use that leaping ability to get that alley-oop.
It's his first trip to the line. No good on the free throw.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he sinks the second.
When Marc Gasol's career is over, he will go down as one of the most complete players on both ends. Remember, he was Defensive Player of the Year in 2000.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 14 points and 1. And
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from George.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Contavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Marc Gasol. Then there's Markieff Morris, and it's Kuzma in at the small forward.
A great pursuit of the basketball from Marc Gasol. One thing we know is he will rebound out of his area.
On the wing, Batum. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Batum's got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
Outside Leonard. And Gasol sends it back.
Just great timing and great awareness from Marc Gasol. This guy is a relentless shot blocker.
Here's George. Caldwell-Pope against Zubac. Gasol with the steal. Here's Kuzma. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And good seeing Kuzma work on that part of his game. Very confident once he gets close.
George against Caldwell-Pope. Jackson passes to Zubac. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Stolen by Jackson. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. They get it again. Lakers trail by 10. Here's Schroeder. Oh, and he can't cap off the break.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Morris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Marcus Morris is a guy who is unafraid of a little contact. That's a nice play right there.
And since last season, Doris, a lot of coaching changes. Why do you think so many?
Kevin, I think there's a lot of contributing factors. Some of it is ownership and front office changes. Whenever that happens, coaching changes are often the next shoe to drop.
And that one's good, Caruso.
Had to alter his release at the last possible moment and somehow still gets it to go.
Here's Rondo, and he uses the glass on the layup. Rondo's got his second bucket of the night.
And Rondo's handle has always been filthy. I mean, almost unguardable when he's pulling off the moves like that.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Rondo passes to Kennard. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Down low, Harrell. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Here's Rondo. Here's Patterson. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Oh, Rondo in position. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harrell finds Morris. Second chance shot. Harrell drives in. The rebound by Patterson. The Clippers keep it alive. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Just 4 seconds left in the third.
Well, the beauty of Montrezl Harrell, he doesn't need sets run for him. This guy finds spots and creates opportunities.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their shoot. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Clippers leading by 11. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Outside, George. No good from outside. And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Lakers. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
And here's Jackson. Oh, Leonard in position. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
And the Lakers making a change here. Gasol's checked in. Schroeder passes to Kuzma. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
To the inside. And George gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Well, there's superb shot selection right now with Paul George. He's aggressive, but he's still playing within the offense.
Schroeder outside. The wide open look here for Kuzma. No good on the triple. Clippers leading by 9. In the corner, George with it. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Yeah, easy call for the officials. Sometimes I think you can reach over without making contact, but that was not one of those times.
It's Kuzma penetrating. Count that one.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Outside, George. Jacks up a 3. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Schroeder surveying the floor. The Clippers grab the miss.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Outside Leonard. Now the pass to Zubac. That one drops for him. And now a 12-point Clipper lead.
Well, we know Kawhi will always attract lots of defensive attention, which puts him in a position to find his teammates. Pretty pass.
Inside. Gasol kicks to Caldwell Pope. 6 on the shot clock. Fades. Gasol no good. Clippers leading by 12. Outside for George. Here's Leonard. Outside, George. Off target from three-point range.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
No good. Shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way. Clippers moving the ball around. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter.
You see, Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Leonard finds Zubats. Now here's Batum. The rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Paul George.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Schroeder outside. Out to the wing. Here's Kuzma. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Outside, George. From deep. Rebound the Lakers. Caldwell Pope with it. The 3. Offensive rebound. Outside for Gasol. So the Clippers winning this one easily, even early on in this one. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
The NBA.
The view high above our... A moment now to check out some numbers for Luka Doncic.
And guys, I think he's starting to feel the wear and tear of the season a little bit. That comes across in his rebounding numbers. They've dropped off this month. He needs that second win, and no doubt he'll get it soon.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Morris passes to Gasol. The dish now to Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. You know how this goes, Clark. Some guys check the standings every morning. Others won't look at it at all. They'll try to avoid it. What was your approach?
Well, you know, we were struggling as a team during my time in the NBA with the Pacers, so I wasn't doing too much standing watching. But for those guys that are thinking about it, it varies. Individuals look at it differently. I would be a guy who wouldn't want to see it all the time. That's like getting on the scale every day. That wouldn't serve me too well. Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
It's Kuzma penetrating.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Doncic.
Boy, he's a pro at tricking defenders. You can tell Doncic enjoys getting guys in the air with that pump fake.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game. First free throw is good. All free throws good from Doncic. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Doncic against Schroeder. Shoots off the step back. Porzingis with the rebound. Dallas has come out of the gates quickly. To the paint. Here's Kleba. Gasol with the rebound.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Richardson outside, out to the right wing. Finney-Smith kicks to Richardson. Over Caldwell-Pope, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And 1 on Caldwell-Pope.
Well, that's a really good fake by Richardson that time. Gets the defender totally off balance and out of position and draws the foul.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Mavericks. And Richardson drops them both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
It's Schroeder with the drive. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
For 3, Caldwell-Pope. Can't hit that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. It's stolen by Morris. Gasol passes to Morris. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And the pass to Richardson. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. In the corner, it's Richardson. 6 to shoot. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
Boy, Richardson has a lot of toughness. Remember, this is a guy who earned his spot in the NBA. Nothing has come easy for him.
Schroeder against Doncic. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Richardson against Caldwell Pope. And it goes down 2 points. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far. And if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now here's Kuzma. His last outing, 16 points for him. And Gasol able to finish.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Schroeder against Doncic. Here's Porzingis. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
So close. To getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Richardson. Here's Caruso. Brunson covering. Caruso, no good. Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against the Timberwolves at Target Center. Doncic, good on the shot. Doncic has got 6 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Porzingis with the block. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Doncic leading the charge. And the dunk by Doncic.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Here's Caruso. Connects on the 9-footer. Brunson against Matthews. Here's Powell. And the shot goes in.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll return shortly. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Matthews. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Harrell. And it's Caruso in at the point guard position.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Caruso looking for an opening. Pass to Harrell. Over Cauley Stein. It's rebounded by Dallas. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Redick. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Here's Caruso. Brunson covering. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Doncic outside. And Redick kicks to Brunson. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Redick with the bucket. Redick's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Schroeder. Lays it up and banks it in.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
Dallas leading by 6. Richardson up top. He's guarded by Schroeder. Richardson the pass to Cauley-Stein. Sweet move, and he sinks the layup.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Schroeder against Richardson. The drive by Schroeder. It's hauled in by Richardson. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
There's 1:17 left now here in the second. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Leaving the defender behind. That's a hard screen to fight through. Somebody needs to talk to him.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for J.J. Redick. And that one misses. Dallas leading by 8. Richardson outside. Pass to Kleba. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kleba's got his first bucket of the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Passes it to Horton Tucker. Back to Caldwell Pope. Gasol inside. Guarded by Porzingis. And it's Schroeder missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Richardson outside. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Here's Schroeder. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
Well, he's a nice two-way.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks enjoying a 12-point lead as they...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 8 points and 3 assists. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Back to Doncic. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Lakers trail by 12. Morris inside. Kleba on him. Good.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Doncic with it. He's got 8. And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Doncic against Schroeder. The pass to Gasol. Back to Schroeder. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Schroeder's got 6.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. And that one goes long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Mavericks leading by 10. And Porzingis, here we go. And he makes good on the layup. And that's now 10 points for Porzingis.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Schroeder against Doncic. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's Gasol missing. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And here is Doncic. He's got 10. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Boy, you look at Luka Doncic, and it's clear. He's got the entire package, a full repertoire, especially at the offensive end.
And it's Schroeder missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis, and another basket for Dallas.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Lakers. They trail by 16. Kuzma outside. Gasol. And Gasol able to finish. Gasol's got 6 points.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Pass to Doncic. Back to Richardson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Kleba. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Now Schroeder, 6 points for him. Gasol trying to free himself up. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Passes it to Kleba. That one good for 2. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
For Los Angeles, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Looking to get it going, and it's finished off by Schroeder as he lays it in. He's got 8.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Richardson up top. He's guarded by Schroeder. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Richardson outside. Back to Porzingis. Lets the 3 fly. The shot, no good. And so it's Dallas with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We've got more in store for you. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Right now it's winning time, all right?
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Harold, Matthews out there with Antetokounmpo, and it's Caruso in at the point guard. That's the Laker 5. Brunson the pass to Redick. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Harold. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Now here's Brunson. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Matthews against Redick. Inside, just his first attempt. Hardaway, no good. Lakers trail by 12. Here's Caruso. It's good. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Outside, Redick. Shoots over Matthews. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Here's Caruso. Brunson covering. Outside Matthews. He kicks to Antetokounmpo. Just 5 to shoot, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis comes in for Marjanovic, and Dwight Powell subbed in for Cauley Stein. Here's Caruso. Yes, that goes in.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Outside, Redick wide open. He can't get that one, and the Lakers take it the other way. There's the pass to Harold. 4th quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
Matthews has a nice feel, guys, for when a teammate has a clean look, gets him the ball.
Brunson scanning the floor. Outside, Reddick. Launches a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
It's the main strength in Reddick's game, his three-point shot. Lethal. This guy is a laser.
Here's Caruso. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Brunson with a clean look. Here's Powell. Up top, Porzingis. Hardaway finds Porzingis. This one for three. Reddick can't get that one to fall. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Here's Horton Tucker. Brunson covering, and Morris throws it down.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Outside, Reddick. Lob pass to Porzingis. And Reddick kicks to Brunson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And Los Angeles with some changes. Marc Gasol's checked in for Harrell. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Here's Kuzma. Los Angeles with another miss. Richardson left side. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident than they do. And let's go straight over to David.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for C.J. McCollum.
Here we go. And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for Los Angeles, they've got Marc Gasol. Markieff Morris is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Schroeder in at the point. Now here's Schroeder following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Kuzma, that's good.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets, and he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
Morris, no good.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Portland again missing. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Knocked loose. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Here's Schroeder. Rebound by Nurkic.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, you're not all going to go down.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Launches it. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
They finally hit one after missing 3 straight.
Lakers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Schroeder with the ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And he really controlled the pace of the game by getting to the line. The D could not slow him down, and he took advantage of it.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling. The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Can't connect from short range.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Clock at 6. And the basket by Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Lakers trail by 3. Over in the corner, Caldwell-Pope. Morris outside. The tray. Offensive rebound. That one doesn't go. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Cullen passes to Covington. Down low. And finished off by Nurkic.
Love the patience from Covington. Lets the situation develop and then delivers a perfect strike.
Outside Gasol. Caldwell-Pope with a wide open look. And again, no good by the Lakers.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
To the paint, here's Nurkic, and he banks in the layup. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 22-point game against Brooklyn.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring. And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Now here's Schroeder. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Gasol finds Schroeder. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. For three, Caldwell Pope. Portland grabs the miss. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
You know what? That's unfair to the bench to expect them to pick up all of the slack. They need to stay away from slapping and reaching.
Now, here's Nurkic. Good work defensively by Gasol.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Here's Lillard. Offensively, he's been a one-man wrecking crew. His scoring average is over 30 points a game. That three off the mark. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 5. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but
when I'm training summer,
the team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Harrell is out there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Matthews, and it's Caruso in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
On the wing, Morris. Dash to Caruso. On the wing, Morris. The Lakers rebound. Harrell the pass to Horton Tucker. A three from Morris. And the Lakers with another miss.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
McCollum no good.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Horton Tucker. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Morris kicks to Matthews. And the Lakers with another miss. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, they came in with a purpose, gave everything they had. It just wasn't quite enough.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers making a change here. Kaycock's checked in. The kick out to Matthews. To the inside. And Harrell slams it in.
A big man with great lift. Montrezl Harrell loves playing above the rim.
And Cantor now top the key. Rebound by Harrell. Lakers trail by 8. Matthews dishes to Harrell. Here's Caruso. No good with the triple. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Outside, Jones. Here's Simons. And it's off from three-point range. Kaycock, the pass to Harrell. Here's Caruso. He is guarded by McCollum. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And so it's the Lakers with it. Pass to Caruso. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. We've got a moment now to see the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the top shooters in the league. The fourth spot held by Montrezl Harrell.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. Powell, he's checked in for McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simon. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. That's tipped and stolen by Lillard. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Shooter passes to Caldwell Pope. Harrell kicks to Caldwell Pope. Fires for 3. And again, the Lakers no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
As a defender, hard to keep up with KCP in transition. He has excellent get up and go.
Powell, the pass to Lillard. And stolen by Harrell. Here's the break. Here's Caldwell Pope. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Here's Lillard. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Caldwell Pope. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Powell dishes to Nurkic. Powell, the pass to Covington. Shoots over Kuzma. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Timeout, timeout.
And the Trailblazers. Lead by 7. And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the boards.
You know, you can't allow that many second chance opportunities and then get almost none yourself. Rarely that works out for you.
And here's Anthony for 3, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the...
Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even, and it doesn't get talked about that much. And that's a...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade. for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Schroeder.
Schroeder has speed to burn, but also has a great feel for finding angles to convert on the drive.
Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Offline with his 3.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. And it's Lillard missing. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. The drive by Schroeder. No good on that one. Good D by McCollum.
Ugly start to this half. Hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Trailblazers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Some changes for the Lakers. Wesley Matthews checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. The pass to Caruso. To the middle. Covington with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Pass to Simons. 16 feet away. McCollum, no good.
Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Portland leading by 7. And now Portland on the break. And the dunk by Covington.
Using that athleticism to convert the alley-oop. Covington is simply a difference maker out there.
Here's Caruso. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. McCollum kicks to Covington. Over to the wing. Back to Kanter. Wants to get it to Morris and does. Here we go, one-on-one. Kuzma with it. Now Covington defending. Kuzma can't get it to go. Trailblazers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Pass to Kanter. Down low. Here's Simons. Goes back up. Kanter, the pass to Simons. McCollum outside. No good on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Matthews. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
The big fella loves to pass. Marc Gasol with the vision and court awareness to do it from anywhere on the floor.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Here's Gasol. Good work defensively by Jones.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
It's tipped, and here's the fast break. And Covington sends it back. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself. Terrific assist, a nice finish, solid play all around.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Lakers shooting their first free throw tonight.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
I mean, amazing. Marc was drafted 48th overall, even after his brother Powell was drafted 3rd overall. Might have put a chip on Marc's shoulder.
Alfonso McKinney's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Portland also making some changes. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell comes in for McCollum. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. Here's Lillard, and Portland again with the bucket.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Gasol passes to McKinney. Good work defensively by Anthony. Trailblazers leading by 9. Here's Lillard. Out to Anthony. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Caruso. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Nurkic checked in for Portland. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Here's Caruso. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
He got it up, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers looking at a 13-point lead. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Markieff Morris. Then there's Harrell. And it's Horton Tucker in its small forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Inside and stolen by Lillard. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's Schroeder with the drive. Basket good. Schroeder's got 4 points in the quarter.
He has a wiry frame, but he's stronger than he looks. Schroeder, unafraid of contact, able to complete the play.
Jones, no luck.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. On the wing, Morris. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Caldwell-Pope on the wing. Bangs on the trifecta.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Off his leg. Kick. And the official saying it was kicked. Los Angeles making a switch here. Kaycox checked in. A 3 from McCollum. Horton Tucker with the rebound. Horton Tucker's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
This is the tricky part. Having enough left in the tank to finish the job.
And here's Los Angeles. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. All alone. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 4th assist in this one. Got a hand on it. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by McCollum. Here's Anthony. Nurkic trying to get open. Anthony can't hit. The Lakers trail. Guy is a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Covington's checked in. And that one's good. Schroeder.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Lillard. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
For 3, Caldwell-Pope. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And how about the poise Caldwell-Pope displayed on that possession? They needed an important basket, and he was ready and willing.
Floats it up there for Harrell. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Back to Schroeder. Real high post. The pass to Horton Tucker. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. And the coach's challenge has been issued. A game like this, under the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Lillard. Bank shot, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Here's Caruso. Here's Morris. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
McCollum outside. It's money from deep.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. They grabbed their own miss. The shot, no good. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Lillard outside. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Covington. Just 5 on the clock. McCollum outside. Gasol with the steal. For 3, Caldwell Pope connects from downtown.
And in the moment of truth, KCP calling for the ball and delivering a powerful blow.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
All right,
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Paul George.
And he's lost some of his feel for the three-point shot. It's been a tough month for him from long range compared to earlier in the season. And now he might be starting to press, which can lead to even more problems.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Reggie Jackson. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And for the Lakers, they've got Marc Gasol. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Kyle Kuzma, and it's Morris in at the 4-man position. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Caldwell-Pope, an easy 2 points on the layup. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. Boy, we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And it's the Clippers' ball. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
They had them in their heels the whole game. The intensity of their defense was the key factor.
There's Schroeder. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. It's Schroeder with the drive. Count the basket. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. George against Caldwell Pope. Rejected by Gasol.
Trying to challenge Gasol, big-time two-way player. He gets it done on both ends.
And the shot goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here is George. 17 points for him last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
3 for 4 to start. I mean, he's going to try to keep this streak going as long as he can.
Here's Schroeder. Paul George making his last shot. Gasol finds Caldwell Pope. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Schroeder. Here's Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Nice timing on the pick and roll there. Good screen. Good catch by Gasol.
Clippers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. The pass to Leonard. Zubac's with it. Back to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you really like seeing Caldwell Pope earning these calls on his shot. I mean, it makes him that much more difficult to guard.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Clippers trail. Bucket is good.
Aggressive pass on the break, straight up the court so he can get all the way to the bucket.
And the Lakers have possession. Here's Caruso. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Matthews, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite too, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation. Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
To the paint. Here's Horton Tucker. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game, and he makes that one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And here's Rondo following the bucket by the Lakers. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Rebounded by the Lakers. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
You got to be locked in on the road. I mean, when there's no cohesiveness on defense, you're in danger.
Harrell, the pass to Morris.
Morris is excellent at cashing in on the catch and shoot. I mean, he's terrific at firing off the pass.
Last outing for the Clippers, they won that game against the Spurs. And it's Rondo penetrating. Pass to Patterson. There's the three. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's Horton Tucker. Over Rondo. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Well, I'll tell you this. When Rondo is zeroed in defensively, he can...
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Lakers lead by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Luke Kennard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Mann in at the 2. And for the Clippers, their shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Man can't hit. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Caruso. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And stolen by Patterson. Rondo with the ball. Now guarded by Harrell. Here's Mann. Rebound by Harrell. Here's the Lakers with the ball. And Matthews kicks to Caruso. Back to Matthews. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason? Or, in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change. And the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. But whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around. And I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
And here's Schroeder following the three-pointer by Nicholas Batum. And it's Schroeder missing. On the wing, George. Wide open look. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Lakers the other way. Schroeder kicks to Matthews. Leonard with the steal. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Batum.
He's not the biggest guy on the court, but Jackson doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. He'll take a knock as long as he can get his points out of it.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
The three from George. The rebound by the Lakers.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
He gets that one. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points so far.
I love the form that Caldwell Pope has. When he's open in the mid-range, he feels comfortable rising up from there.
Caldwell Pope against...
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Kuzma finds Gasol. Back to Kuzma. At the elbow, it's Gasol. 5 on the clock. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Can't hit from in close. Clippers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Matthews. Here's Zubac. Rejected by Gasol. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. The Clippers shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. And a deep three from George. Offensive rebound. And Leonard stays with it. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
It's Schroeder with the drop.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
And it's George missing.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
George double teamed. Zubac no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Leonard. Score of the basket, his third after 5 shots.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Schroeder against Jackson. Here's Gasol. Outside Matthews. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud
and it's going to be painful.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. And you think about how Kawhi Leonard is able to dominate from the wing position at both ends of the floor. And that'll do it.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Kyle Kuzma is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Schroeder. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the evening. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. This has done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Horton Tucker. Here's McKinney. And the rejection by Zubac. And stolen by Harrell. McKinney kicks to Caruso. And again, no good by the Lakers.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out. Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
Caruso looking for an opening.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Here's George to the middle. And the dunk by Zubac.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Paul George with the steal. Outside Leonard. On the wing, George. The three-pointer off the mark. Lakers trail by 13. McKinney passes to Caruso. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. I mean, the timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
And here's George for 3. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
He's pulling out all the tricks this quarter. They can't figure out how to stop him.
Here's Caruso, guarded by Jackson. It doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will come the other way. The 3 from George. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Caruso, the pass to Kaycock. Great D that time from Batum.
He's got good position down low, but still forces it in the face. It's a very tight defense.
Lakers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Kaycock hits the bucket.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. George with no one around. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Lakers trail by 12. Here's Caldwell Pope. Harrell kicks to Kuzma. And the Lakers get it back. The shot, no good. Clippers have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. From deep, George. It's good from long range. George has got 14 points now in the second half.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Harrell on the follow.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
The Clippers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Marcus All's checked in for the Lakers. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Morris outside. Shot clock at 5. From past the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Clippers lead by 17.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
And it's Schroeder missing.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
I mean, having a floor general like Rondo on the court instantly elevates your offense. He does everything he can to bring out the best in his team.
First trip to the line for him here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Caldwell Pope, the layup off target. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Marcus Morris. He's out there with Patrick Patterson. Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard. And it's man in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Rondo. Passes it to Patterson. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
Talk about an advanced distributor. I mean, there's passes that point guards can make, and there's passes that Rajon Rondo.
Clippers leading by 16. Shoots from the elbow. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. You have to know the scouting report. He's a threat from out there.
Gasol trying to free himself up, and there it is for him.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Outside Rondo. And here's Morris for 3. No good on the shot, and the Lakers take it the other way. Schroeder dishes to Gasol. Takes a 3. And with the rebound. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Morris with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Morris with the bucket.
Well, yeah, Morris is just a tremendous shooter. He has great touch from beyond the arc.
And so Gasol will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 19. Here's Schroeder. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Here's Rondo. The three-pointer, no good. Lakers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And stolen by Kuzma. Here's Schroeder. The shot will not fall. Good D by Rondo. Kennard for three. The Lakers with the rebound. Kuzma outside. It's rebounded by Rondo. Clippers leading by 17. From deep three-point range, and again, no good by the Clippers. Lakers shooting for the game at 42%. Schroeder, good work there as it goes. Schroeder's got 6 points in the quarter. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. The Lakers making a switch here. Horton Tucker's checked in. Here's Schroeder. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Inside, here's Jackson. Makes it off the glass.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Schroeder with the ball. And Batum picks him up defensively.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities. Defends the shot and grabs the rebound. About as big an impact as you can have on a possession.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Clippers.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Paul George.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Outside Rondo, just 5 on the clock. Looking for Kuzma, he gets it there.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save him tonight.
Well, it's tough, man. When you get to this point in the game, you fought hard, did your best, but it just wasn't enough. I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
It's stolen by Schroeder, and here comes the break. Three-pointer, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. It's deflected. Gasol deciding where to go with it. That shot missing. So the Clippers with the win. They seem to... David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.